kind of his role in the hunt side.
Okay, like Rob said, my name's Rod Bensbacher. Talked to most of you guys outside today, but I've been the agent here. I don't even like saying that word. I like saying game warden because everybody knows what a game warden is. So, been here for 20 years. I've hunted all this ground. Like before this started, Sandy Smith said, "Hey, hunt my ground and figure out if we can do this." So I got really lucky and got to hunt all this phenomenal ground you guys are going to be on the next day or two. So and trust me, it's all really good. And right now, I've been hunting it for probably 8 or 9 years, and right now it's the most birds these farms have ever had. It is insane. You guys are probably going to see and hear stuff you haven't seen and may never see again. So you're lucky. Well, this is going to be really fast, my part. This is key. This thing, at any permit vendor, you guys can go and get these. Of course, most people get them on their phones now, but this gives you everything about turkey hunting in here. What you need, when the seasons are, safety tips, things like that. Any place that sells permits in your county or your hometown, they have these. That's where this one came from, right in Coca. So that's just, and every year they're new, so every year if there's a change, it's going to be in there. Permits required. I think Rob or somebody talked about the permits already. We want to make sure you guys have permits. So if you guys are new to this, even the parents, talk to me or Rob or anybody in here, and we can help you get your permits tonight because you have to have them tomorrow when you hunt. We talked about the legal birds. It has to be a male bird or a turkey with a visible beard. All right. This weekend, you guys can only shoot one. But say Howland or say everybody gets a bird this weekend. Once the adult season starts, the regular turkey season, you have to sit out the first week because you already harvested a bird. But the next 2 weeks, you go and try to harvest your second bird. So, shooting hours, it's kind of fairly new, especially for the adults. Shooting hours are half hour before sunrise to sunset for use tomorrow. So you guys can hunt all day, basically. Now adults can too during the regular season. This is the second year for it. So on private ground, you can hunt all day. On public ground, it still ends at 1. That's what it always has been up till last year. But so private, you can hunt all day during regular season. Public, you have to stop at 1 so other resource users can use the areas and be safe. Tagging and reporting, this is pretty big here. We just had our turkey conference. This part right here, it says bag it. So you shoot a turkey, the first thing you have to do is either notch it or tag it. All right, these two things are huge. We got a directive from Jeff City. We went to this new app and it's been here, 10 or 12 years now. It's been quite a while where you can do everything right on your phone. Get your permits, notch your tag, and then check it in. They told us this year, no more warnings. So say I check Chris out hunting and he has a turkey and he's back at his house and he didn't notch it on his phone, instant ticket. That's what they want us to. I don't know what we're going to do, because we've always just been warning people. So everybody's like, oh, I didn't know. Well, we've been doing it for 10 or 12 years, so they're telling us now. Back in the day when there was paper tags and you had to attach that piece of paper, if we found a deer or turkey without that tag, it was 99.9% of the time it was a ticket. And they want us doing it now with these phones. And it's not because we want to be buttholes, but they're thinking a lot of people are slipping these turkeys and deer back to their house and they can get that turkey or deer butchered. They never tag that turkey so they can go out and harvest more. So that's why they're really wanting us to push hard on this and break the cheating that's going on. All right. So say you guys harvest a turkey tomorrow. Your mentor, Chris, with her uncle, they'll get on their phone and they can notch it right there. If you're using an old paper tag, you have to mark the date and the month that's killed. And then you're able to move the turkey. And then when you get to where you have cell service, you can check it in. And they have to be done by 10 p.m. on the same day they're taken. And everybody said, well, I don't have cell service, so I couldn't notch it. The notching system works no matter if you have cell service or not. Okay, safety. I don't have a gun here, but anybody who's been in Hunter Ed here, the young ones, have you two taken Hunter education yet? Yep. So what's the most important part of your firearm?
Safety.
What is it?
Safety.
No. What's the most important part?
Muzzle control.
What is it?
Muzzle control.
Muzzle control. So the muzzle is the tip of the gun where the shot comes out, okay? If you guys, tomorrow you're gonna be handling guns, right? Even the little guys. If you control that muzzle, you will not hurt anybody. Say you trip and fall and the gun automatically goes off. If you have that muzzle pointed in a safe direction, you're not gonna hurt anybody. All right? I've always been pretty vocal on this. So this is a gun. This is a real gun. I didn't have my Hunter Ed guns because they're getting worked on. I would have had some fake ones here. This is the muzzle. You always have to keep this in a safe position. Always control it. Okay? And I'm saying that, and I'm really hard on it now, and Rob knows, for about a three-year span here, 3 years in a row, I got to carry dead kids out of the woods. And it sucked. I still have nightmares about it. And 2 of them were because the muzzle control was horrible. And 1 was just an accident. It just happened. A grandpa shot his own grandson. So, did he properly ID his target? No. So outside of this, muzzle control, we want you guys to properly ID your target. We want you to make sure you're shooting a turkey and not who knows what, okay? Fast forward this, here's some safety things, but that's the big thing. Control this thing. When we teach Hunter Ed, it's all a hands-on deal now. When we first started teaching it, they told us if a kid aimed his gun at anybody in the thing, a student, a teacher, we had to kick them out. We have never done that in my county. I'm pretty easy to get along with, honestly. But they told us if they laser somebody, we had to kick them out and they had to come back and sit with us. He was pretty mean when he was up here. He was our Hunter Ed guy forever.
What are your safe zones so they know?
Tell
them the safe zone.
Oh yeah, safe zone is just, it depends where you're at. Say Rob and I are hunting together, we're right here. Say there's somebody here at even arrows. If you're all by yourself, a safe zone can be everywhere that's safe to shoot. So if you're hunting with a group, it might be really narrow. Tomorrow your mentor is definitely going to say, this is a safe spot, So that changes, but yeah, there's a safe zone. And is it ever worth shooting a 230-inch buck or a 10 bearded turkey and risk hurting somebody? No, it is not safe. You'll have other opportunities. If you don't feel safe or you don't know for sure what you're shooting at, don't do it. Because I guarantee you, that sucks when you hurt somebody. Okay? This is pretty big. Avoid red, white, black, blue clothing. Alright? You don't want to wear like a red turtleneck. If you're walking around in the turkey woods, even if Chris is out at his place said, I'm the only one that hunts on my farm. Trust me, people trespass like crazy for deer and turkey. Something about deer and turkey make people crazy. Consider wearing orange. Jake showed a picture of it. A lot of guys will wear orange in and out of the turkey woods even, so they're safe coming in and out. Alright, you don't have to, it's not required by law, but they do. Okay, decoys. Yeah, most are decoys anymore, they'll come in a bag. They'll come in a bag where they're not showing a decoy. Drugs and alcohol, I don't need to talk to you young guys about that and girls, because you shouldn't be doing it anyways. But you want to avoid medicines that make you drowsy and not make good decisions. Hunting with others, that's your safe zone to fire that he was wanting me to talk about. If you're hunting with a group, you got to really know where you're aiming and where your group's at. I rabbit hunt a lot with guys, and it's not required by law here, but everybody in the rabbit hunting group that we go in, it's usually all a bunch of dumb game wardens. We make sure we're all wearing orange so we can see each other. And communicate. If you got to yell, hey, Chris, where are you? And hey, Sydney, where are you? And you just tell them where you're at so you know. Gun handling, we talked about that already. Treat every gun as if it were loaded and keep the muzzle in a safe direction. Should never, you talked about safety, you never take off your safety until right before you're ready to shoot. Okay? And your mentors will go over that with you tomorrow, especially the brand new hunters. That's not really. I guess we can talk about hunter education a little bit with, say, Howland. I know you haven't taken hunter ed because you grew up in this county and I don't remember. But say you really like hunting, you need to take hunter education because once you turn 16, you can't hunt unless you have that. There is a little exemption in there, but if you guys end up liking to hunt, You take a class called Hunter Education, and you do a lot of self-study on your own, but now it's like a 4-hour course and it's a hands-on and a test. Just common mistakes, you know, like that grandpa, he saw his son or his grandson, he thought it was a deer moving and he shot. That would be a hunter judgment mistake, not IDing his target. The safety violations, would that be not pointing the muzzle in a safe direction, maybe not familiar with your weapon, okay? You need to know how your weapon is. If you don't understand your weapon tomorrow, make sure you ask your mentor or your guide, hey, show me how this works. Say Flapper, I gave you my gun, he wanted to shoot my new gun and he was going to use it. It's my responsibility to tell him this is how this gun works. And vice versa, if he gave me his gun, he needs to tell me, just don't assume your buddy knows how to use your gun. And then mechanical failure. The local guys, they know Paul Tramble, he's passed away now, but he used to teach hunter education in our high school here. One day he shot a big buck, went to field dress it, noticed the blood was kind of going down towards his gun, he moved his gun and the gun went off and he blew his finger off. And he did everything right, except had the muzzle control, and then safety was on, but the safety was a malfunction safety. It was just what happened with that model of gun, it was a high-dollar gun. So that's a test question for your hunter ed, isn't it? The safety is a mechanical device that can fail. So just because your gun says it's on safety doesn't mean it won't go off. Okay, hunt preparation. I think we're back to Jake. You're up.